All right, sorry about that. All right. So going back to RateMyAgent, all your scheduled posts will be listed here. Your completed reviews will be in this section. And in this platform, it's going to show yourself, the client, and then what these little boxes indicate is whether this was published to Facebook, published to Twitter, published to LinkedIn, published to Google. So right here, you can see that it's been published to everything but Twitter. So we know to go back and do that. I also mentioned that you have the ability to post the review throughout the Google Display Network. So you would hit promote button, and then it would take you to this, which is kind of a ad aggregator. And you can create a ad campaign based on your last review. And these are pretty effective for getting noticed and, getting your reviews out there. So to do so, you would go ahead and pick, what are your design types, where are you running your ads? And then you go next. And here you can pick zip codes, because everything real estate related is zip codes. So you can run this ad on Facebook and Instagram for $99 for a week, 2 weeks for $199, and so on and so on. So I'm not recommending this, but if you wanted to have something consistent out there that's continuously running, this is definitely an option. And as you can see, at the $99 price for the week, your ad could be seen up to 5,000 to 7,000 times by potential sellers in these zip codes. And you can drill these down if you're just working 1 or 2 zip codes. It's totally up to you to make those modifications. So I'm going to cancel out of this just because we don't need to do an ad right now. So we'll go back to the dashboard. So let me show you a profile. Your profile gives you the capability to add your logo. If you're a team, you can add your personal logo. You can set your title. You can add social media links, and you could add pictures, because the RateMyAgent is, think of it as like a mini Zillow. So you're going to have a full profile with photographs, your production, your reviews, and the like. So here you can add additional videos. So if you have videos or shorts that you've done on YouTube or Vimeo, you can add those here. And as you add the link, your preview will show up to the right of you to make sure that 1, you have the right video, and 2, it's going to work. The rest of this is pretty straightforward. You have your contact information, your office. You get 4,000 characters for a bio, which is fantastic, because usually we're truncating those to make things fit. You're generally speaking, when you go through the process of creating your account, it does connect up to your MLS, so it should already have your NAR member ID. And then here, as you can see here, we need to add social media links to his profile. And then lastly, you have zip codes in different market areas that you want to be seen in. You get quite a few to choose from. So once you've set all that up, your next step would be to go ahead and come down here to account. And then you have linked accounts. So you have the capability to connect up to Facebook, up to Zillow. Real Satisfied is very similar to Testimonial Tree. First Team does not have a relationship with them. So unless you have a vertical business, I don't think that would be appropriate. And then if you come over to linked accounts, it's going to show you that 1, yes, we are connected up to Facebook, and 1 next, we're also connected up to Zillow. If I click connect account, there's nothing else to add here. And this is your linked account. This is a little different than setting up your social media. That's in a different section, which we'll go to next. We're going to skip over billing, prescription, and subscription for now. And we're going to go over to social media. So we looked at this earlier, which are just our insights. But if we go over to settings, These are where you can come in and set up your look. So as I was saying, if you set this up and you automate it, every time you get a new listing, a sold, it will post on your behalf. Same thing when you get a review, it'll share it on your behalf if you have it configured accordingly. If you look down here, you see we have Facebook connected, we have LinkedIn connected, we have Instagram connected, and we have Google connected. So that means that this can post to our Facebook business page, not our personal business page, your LinkedIn page. If you have a Twitter, you could add that here. Your Instagram, and your Instagram must be a business page. Otherwise it will not connect. And then lastly, your Google business page or your Google profile. Underneath here, you can see the content schedule. So what we have set up currently is every Tuesday, there's a review that's posted to Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Business, and Instagram. Whenever there's something for sale, it will post it daily at 11 a.m. Same thing with sold. So if you are taking 2 or 3 listings in a given day, then those will be posted on your behalf and the public will see what an amazing realtor that you are. Down here, this is part of the automated process, much like a mail merge. You can put in, you can customize the information that the RateMyAgent will post on your behalf. So this is pretty basic, although I've added a couple things. So my message here is I'm grateful to have worked with such amazing people. Here is my review rating, which is going to be a 5-star RateMyAgent review in whatever city that's appropriate to the transaction. Then it shows a license number, and then it shows a website link. That link is to your RateMyAgent profile, which contains all your reviews, all your bio information, all the pictures, and everything that you've configured in this profile. So think of it again as like another portal, but it's a portal to an audience that is all, kind of set there and ready to go. You go down a little bit more, you can modify again what it posts on your behalf when you have a for sale or a sold. And if you mess up, you can always hit revert to default message. It'll reset all of these to factory. The support here is pretty good. I clicked on help. There's a training center with videos. They have webinars. These are all no cost to you. RateMyAgent has a relationship with NAR and CAR to where we get a free account, but it is limited. So in order to access all this automation, you would have to upgrade to the pro account. I believe it runs about, well, let's go look at it rather than guessing. Subscription. So free, $0 per month. And then we have light, which is $13 a month, or they give you a break if you pay for the year, $160, $150. The pro is the one that's recommended because it gives you the ability to automate everything and it gives you access to everything. So the total cost would be $416.50 if you pay for the year. If you do monthly, it's $41.65. And what that gives you is you can invite your clients to leave reviews. So if you are having trouble getting reviews from your clients, this system will allow you to put in their email address and it will nudge them via email to, one, give you a NPS rating, which is 1 to 10 stars. And then secondarily, it will help them take that review and put it onto your Google business profile. So one email, you get reviews on 2 platforms, and then it's automated for you. So to me, that seems like a value added proposition as a realtor. Because if you are going and let's say doing it from Zillow, you have to do it from Zillow. And if it's a seller, chances are they don't have a Zillow account. So it becomes very tedious. And you can also, take the link from your Google profile and give that to them, but there's no follow-up. And if they don't have a Google account, again, now they have to create an account. With this, it's unnecessary. The system will guide your buyers and sellers through the process, and then you're notified once they've completed that review. And then again, if you've participated in the pro version of this and you've set it up accordingly, it will go ahead and post on your behalf for you to all your social networks without any interaction from you, other than replying to the comments that you get. And it happens more often than not. You know, I was going over this with the agent, and it's like this one post for this one review has gotten, you know, all of this reaction, and it was just one transaction like this one right here. 85 views, 3 clicks, 13 reactions just from one post that looks like this. Now, granted, it's a pretty good testimonial, but it says a lot, because that kind of activity normally requires, you know, you to do like a funny TikTok video or something really interesting. So I think this says a lot about the power of reviews and why you should really consider putting some time and effort into utilizing them for your own promotion. And then what I appreciate too about this dashboard, it will give you recommendations. Like right here, it's saying reinforce your Google rating by potentially adding 7 RateMyAgent reviews. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how do I do that? Well, let's click on it. And what this does is it's explaining to you, well, you could get potentially more Google reviews by click preview and send. And what this will do is now on your behalf, it will send out messages to the clients that did not do the Google review, that only gave you an NPS rating. And then chances are they may actually participate, and you'll end up with potentially 7 more reviews on your Google page. So this is another value added proposition that a platform like RateMyAgent will give you over just managing reviews manually. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Same kind of thing too, when you have sold properties and such, it's going to pop up a little bubble here, and it's saying, hey, have you gotten reviews from these 2 listings? Now, I know I've already gotten them for these 2, so I can come in here and tell it, no, we're good. So now it clears my queue, and until I sell another property, I don't have any reviews to deal with right now. Now you come up here, you have pending, completed, dismissed. So anything you've dismissed, you'll have a list here, and then all of your completed reviews are all in this list. And as I mentioned before, you see the highlighted icons here, which are indicators that they've been posted on social media. So if I go way back, so because let's just say things are a little slow, I don't have much in escrow, I can come back to one of these old reviews and go ahead, and I could publish to Facebook, I could publish to Twitter, I could publish to LinkedIn. So I can use reviews from, I mean, this one's from 2017. It's not talking about pricing or dates per se, so I can go ahead and post this review. And then in addition to old reviews, if you wanted to step them up a notch, you can upload a sold selfie. So if you've taken a picture with the sign and done the cutesy little thing, you can add that here. And if you are totally next level and you've done a video review, you can add the video review here, and it'll attach either the picture and or the video to the review itself. And you can do that for every single review and every transaction. Market report. So there are a few little add-ons that could be helpful depending on what marketing that you're doing. But once this pops up here, I'll show you what that looks like. Hopefully it pops up soon. All right, you have not created any listing reports, so create one now. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's just say we'll do it around this area. Go next. Then let's grab. I think we'd have an Irvine one in here. It'll go with a couple Santa Anas. These are not the right comps, but this is more of showing you what the report looks like than creating an accurate one. So in a way, it's like a little mini CMA that you could do. I don't know how useful this is, but just wanted to let you know that it is there. But in my opinion, I kind of like cloud CMA better. I can do a quick and dirty CMA quicker than I can do it in this system. So let's go back to the main deal there. So I'm going to go over to import. Now the import process generally is going to come from Zillow. If I go add existing reviews, I can go through my past production and make a choice and recreate a review if I needed to. And then they also have this easy reviews platform, and this is a new deal, but I won't go too in depth, but it will integrate SkySlope or .loop, whatever you're using, into this. So it's if you wanted to automate this process as part of your transaction. So I think this is above and beyond what most people would do, but you'd have that capability if you become such a busy agent that you want to automate this whole process. The easy reviews platform will allow you to do so. All right. The other thing I want to talk about was the agent recognition. Now, RateMyAgent is a network. They have Agent of the Year awards, and they're global. So what that gives you is you get some marketing and some additional things from RateMyAgent that you can tout later on. And okay. Almost got stuck into it for there. So here we go. So these are the agent recognition badges. You have top 20, trusted agent, 2-tier region top 20, and these are all regional. So for instance, 20%, you have to have sold 10 properties to be eligible. Trusted agents, you have to have requested reviews for every single listing. And then, of course, because you have to pay to play, is in order for you to receive recognition, you have to be a paid member. So you can't be a free member and win their agent of the year, unfortunately, but that's par for the course because it's the same with Zillow and everybody else. Let's see, what did we miss? So I clicked on Google profile, and what that shows me is what Google reviews I currently have. Here I have past reviews that I can go ahead and invite them to write a Google review because maybe they didn't do it at the time when they were originally asked. So I can go through each one of these and ask them again, hey, would you mind doing a Google review for us? Which I found it in my experience, even though it may be a year old, you can still go back to it and ask them for it. And because the system is smart enough to include the past review right there, they can copy and paste and just go in and get it done for you. So the easier you make the review process for your clients, the more apt they are going to do it for you. And you want to do it because these reviews are golden. They're worth more than you spending $500 in mailing. That's how important these are. Cam at the awards said, it's all about reviews. So if you want to maximize your reviews and handle them in an efficient, simple way, RateMyAgent is the tool to do it. Just as a comparison, let's go over to Testimonial Tree. Now, Testimonial Tree has a unique proposition. Testimonial Tree, you can manually enter in reviews. So if you have reviews that were written on postcards, on letterhead over the years, you can come in here into Testimonial Tree and hand enter them. And they will show up in here. And not only that, and I know we're jumping over Testimonial Tree, but the two do work hand in hand. If you go to realtor.com, which even if you haven't set up your profile, if you are an active real estate agent, you have realtor.com profile. In the profile, there's a section for ratings and reviews. Now, I don't have realtor.com ratings or reviews. However, I have 4 recommendations. And guess where they came from? They came from Testimonial Tree. So if you are a newer agent or don't have a lot of reviews, start off with Testimonial Tree, because at least the reviews that you put in a Testimonial Tree will, one, be on your agent website, your first name agent website. Secondarily, if you configure this properly, your Testimonial Tree reviews will show up on your realtor.com profile. And second, or actually third to Redfin and Zillow, realtor.com is the #1 app that people are using to search for property. So it behooves you to make sure that you have a profile, and 2, your recommendations are coming through. Because if you're not, you're going to miss an opportunity there. So I know we've covered a lot of ground. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. So back to RateMyAgent, what we're going to do here is I'm going to log out of this account. And for you, if you want to see if you have an account, the best way to check would be to go to RateMyAgent.com and then come up here to the top and hit join. And then once you hit join, go ahead and choose real estate professional. And then kind of like the MLS, you're going to look for your name. So there's me. So I'm going to click that. Good morning, sir. I'm good. So then now I'm going to log in as me. So this is tricky. It will say send email login link. I don't know why they do this. but click underneath where it says type your password instead. Because then you can just type your password and you're logged in. So this is a free account. And the major differences here are there's not much going on. Because in order for me to do anything, I have to subscribe to unlock. So I would say set up your free account. If you are tight on money, maybe you don't invest in this right at this time, but you can at least get it started. And then once you get some marketing dollars, then you can go ahead and subscribe to this. And again, it's the pro account is like $41 a month or a little bit over 400 and something for the year. They give you a 2-month break, I think, if you pay for the year. But so yeah, unfortunately with the free account, you can't post social, you can't do all of that fun stuff, but you can ask for reviews, you can import reviews. So these are, I was able to pull these from Testimonial Tree before Testimonial Tree got really mad at RateMyAgent and killed their access. So if you see that, that's what happened.
First team with my name on it.
Yeah.
All over the place.
So that's at $41.65 monthly, or oh yeah, because that was a confusing part. So you can get 15% off of the pro package, so it ends up being $35 a month, billed annually at $416.50. And if you're curious of the premium, all that is you're paying for a lot of advertising from them. And I don't know anybody that's done it, that's benefited from it. I can tell you I have about 40 or 50 different agent clients that are on the pro, and most of them are happy with it because, again, it automates the process of having to go and ask for reviews all the time. It does it for you. It posts them on your behalf. It posts when you sell your house. You post when you list your house. It posts when you get your reviews. So these are all fundamental posts that, as you saw earlier, your average agent is getting 40, 50 interactions with just a post of reviews. So this is why this is important. Lastly, you can integrate these, your basically your reviews page, your profile page, into your website using widgets. And then right here, we have the realtor.com listing portal, which is what we did here, which is this is why my reviews from Testimonial Tree show up on realtor.com. And then click here, I'll show you. And this is what your profile looks like. Name, information, then all your reviews. So every agent that's participating on this has a review. So again, think of, somebody perusing through Google or what have you. That's what it looks like. And see, it's showing you here because everything online is an upsell. This is a standard review. And if you click here, pro review, see how it's got all these images and it's pretty. And so again, it is very important that if you're going to utilize it, it's probably worth paying for, because you get a lot for that $40 or $35 a month. And you couldn't pay someone enough to do all that for you for that amount of money. So again, I'm not a salesperson or RateMyAgent, but I can tell you everybody I've recommended it to is happy with it. and it really does the job well. So. Are there other competitors? Not really. I mean, they're indoctrinated in with NAR and CAR. It interacts with everything except for a testimonial tree lately. But as far as reviews, just in general, make sure your Zillow profile is complete, your realtor.com profile is complete, your Google My Business page is complete. Because I'm not even a full-time agent and my Google page has 222 customer interactions. And I have done no advertising for it. It's just, I have Rate My Agent set up to post reviews to it. I've done a basic optimization, but it's done well for my SEO, and I get quite a bit of interaction. Now, do I have the interactions that I want? No, I haven't had someone said, hey, Eric, come list my house right this second. But my visibility is there. And as I'm merging into a new farm, the combination of the dropping and the door knocking and what I'm doing online is making a difference, because I'm watching my numbers grow, my interaction numbers. So these are all things that happened around the utilization of Rate My Agent. So it's not just a manager for reviews, it's social media marketing, it's PR, and it's reputation management, kind of all in one. So that's really the gist of it. Does anyone have any questions, or does anyone want me to go back and go over anything that we missed or didn't go over?
Hey, Eric, I got a question. So how do we set up an account? I searched my name, my email didn't come up, didn't get anything.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go and troubleshoot that. So let me log out. And then you went to join, right? And then did a real estate professional.
Correct.
And then have you tried your email? Can you try your NAR ID?
I did actually. I did everything.
It didn't come up?
No.
Okay. Did it tell you? It just said you don't exist?
Right.
That's not good. So if that happens, you might have to call them. Because I ran into this with a couple other agents. Were you with another board at some point or anything like that? Or
I was out of state, yeah, but yeah.
okay, that is what might have happened. So what I would recommend is calling them. See right here, it's 213-699-2001.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So 213-699-2001. Just explain to them what you're trying to do, and they have good support, so they'll walk you through whatever issue there is. Usually it's something with the board.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, of course. And again, they have, I mean, so much support articles, so anything you would want to do in the system, they probably have an answer for it. And if you can't find it there, you're always welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions I can. But RateMyAgent is quite a product, and 35 bucks a month seems like a bit much, but for what it does, it replaces probably at least 2 or 3 hours of your time in a given month. And so to me, it seems to be worth it. And the agents that I'm using it with, they're all happy with it. So that's my take on RateMyAgent. So let me ask you guys, are you familiar with testimonial tree? Would it be advantageous to do a class covering that in the future? Or do you guys think you're pretty set with the testimonial tree?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'll put that on the calendar for not this coming Tuesday, but for excuse me. The next Tech Tuesday, which will be 2 weeks from today. We'll cover testimonial tree and how to connect testimonial tree to realtor.com and Zillow and all of that good stuff. And then if you guys go ahead and create your Rate My Agent accounts, and if you participate in Tech Tuesday at that point, then I can answer any questions you may have after you've had an opportunity to play with Rate My Agent. So we'll kind of cover both platforms again, if that makes sense.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your participation. Thank you so much. And have a great week. And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys in a couple weeks.
Bye.